For problem number 18, what I did, instead of having the vectors broken out separately, I combined the vectors and put them in the same origin. It's still vector 1 at 10. Vector 2 is 90 degrees from it at 10. Vector 3 is 180 from it at 4. Vector 4 is going in a downward direction at 6. Vector 5 is 10 at 60 degrees. And vector 6 is 10 at a negative 30 degrees. So what I did first, instead of tackling the ones that have different degrees, we tackled the ones that are completely opposite from each other. For example, vector 1 and vector 3 are completely opposite from each other. So 10 minus 4 gave us a vector of 6. Vector 2 and vector 4 are also opposite from each other. So 10 minus 6 gave us a vector of 4. So now the only things that we have to fight with is vector 5 and vector 6. So the first one we tackled was vector 5, the 10 at 60 degrees. Now when we have a vector in this manner, we have to break it into its vertical and horizontal components. So what we have to do is use the sine and cosine functions. So the vertical component of vector 5 is equal to the sine times 60 degrees times 10. So sine 60 degrees times 10 gave us a value of 8.66. The horizontal component of vector 5 is equal to the cosine of 60 degrees times 10, which gave us a value of 5. So we added the horizontal component of 5 into the original triangle, the vertical component of 8.66 into the original triangle. We added these two together, 6 and 5, because they're going in the same direction, and it gave us 11. We added 8.66 and 4 together, and it gave us 12.66. So now we have to take this other vector, the 10 at negative 30, and it's the same method. We have to break it down into its vertical and horizontal components. So the vertical component of vector 6 is equal to the sine of negative 30 times 10, which gave us a negative 5. A negative 5 is in a downward direction, into the negative zone. So we put that into our triangle and it gave us negative 5 here. The horizontal component is equal to the cosine of negative 30 times 10, which gave us a positive 8.66. And we put that up into our triangle. So 11 plus 8.66 gave us 19.66. 12.66 minus 5, 7.66. So now we have a new triangle, 7.66 and 19.66, and we're looking to calculate the vector resultant. The vector resultant is equal to the square root using the Pythagorean theorem. 19.66 squared plus 7.66 squared gave us a vector resultant of 21.09. Now we want to calculate the angle. We can use any one, sine, cosine, or tangent. I decided to use sine. So to find the angle using sine, it's second function sine, opposite over hypotenuse. So second function sine, 7.66, which is the opposite, divided by 21.09, which is the hypotenuse, gave us an angle of 21.29. So combining all of these vector resultants gave us one vector resultant of 21.09 at an angle of 21.29 degrees. Good luck on the test.